Based on the UK series of the same name, Ghosts quickly got to the point of its storytelling. Each of the spirits had their problematic and toxic traits, with the idea that they would grow into better people to allow them to pass into the afterlife. Arguably, the most toxic and problematic character to start the series has become a favorite for many, and it's all thanks to the growth he's received throughout the 4 seasons of Ghosts on CBS. The first introduction to Trevor, Asher Grodman, was as a ghost with no pants, and he showed off how arrogant and annoying he was. Yet, by Ghost Season 4, he has become the most helpful and kindest of the ghosts. However, there is still room for growth, which explains why he hasn't been sucked off yet, but it's clear there's an opportunity for this soon. Trevor started out as a problematic character in Ghosts. Trevor was your typical finance bro. Trevor talking to Hetty in Ghost Season 4 Episode 12. From the beginning, Trevor was the equivalent of the UK version of Ghost's conservative politician Julian, Simon Farnaby. As well as dying without any pants on, the youngest of the ghosts was loud, brash, and arrogant. He was designed to be one of the typical finance bros from the early 2000s, willing to scam people out of their money to make his own money through trading and the stock exchange. He was proud of the way that he died, noting that he was constantly doing drugs with his friends and that it was one great party. One thing that quickly stood out was the way he gave himself the nickname T-Money, something he still uses in Ghost Season 4 and is sure to use in Ghost Season 5. His overall attitude was that of a know-it-all stockbroker who didn't care about anyone else's opinions. How Ghosts gradually humanized Trevor in the last 4 seasons. Trevor has shown his humanity throughout the seasons. There is a saying, don't judge a book by its cover, and that certainly applies to Trevor. This finance bro was anything but the typical stockbroker. It was a persona he put on for his work and in front of his friends, but in Ghost Season 1, Episode 16, Trevor's humanity was shown in detail. He didn't want a young associate to have to go through the full hazing ritual that he and others had to do, although he wanted everyone to believe that he died being the typical finance bro to save his own reputation. In Ghost Season 4, we saw another softer side to him. As it turns out, he has always wanted children. When his friend, Pincus, shows up at Woodstone Manor with his daughter, Pincus reveals that Abby is actually Trevor's daughter. This pushes Trevor to share his hopes and dreams with Sam, Rose McIvor, making it clear he wanted much more in life, and didn't get the opportunity. There have also been times when Trevor has stepped in to help various other spirits and the people alive in Woodstone Manor. He has tried to save Bela, Poonam Patel, the embarrassment of ordering the wrong food, and he has aided Thor in wooing Flower and get her to go on a date with him. All these small moments have led to a change in perception about who Trevor really is. Trevor has quietly found a way to be more useful than other spirits. Due to his power, he can help around the manor. Each of the spirits has their own power and ability in Ghosts, and Trevor's is one of those top-tier abilities. He's able to interact with the real world through touch, allowing him to use cell phones, laptops, and more. He is able to work, which allows him to stay out of trouble. Not to mention, this also opens another revenue stream for Sam and Jay, Utkarsh Ambudkar, if they want to. He did need Jay's help when it came to a work retreat, but that showed how much he wanted to be useful in his afterlife. On top of that, he's often been the voice of reason or the sounding board for characters. Not only has he helped Thor, Devon Chandler Long, gain Flowers, Sheila Carrasco, love through genuinely good ways, but he also used his financial skills to help Isaac, Brandon Scott Jones, invest the money from his and Sam's book deal to grow it considerably. While he did initially catfish Bela, he formed a connection with her and then shared, through Sam, that Bela deserved someone great out there, giving her a boost in confidence to remain in the dating world. Why Trevor hasn't been sucked off despite becoming a better spirit. The youngest main 8 ghost still has a lot to learn. Trevor and Hetty reading a script in Ghosts. None of the main 8 spirits in Ghosts have been sucked off just yet, and that's because they all have something to learn still. Trevor showed in Ghost Season 4 that there are lessons he needs to learn about manipulating people for his own gain. He and Hetty, Rebecca Wysocki, colluded together to get their own rooms and continued to allow the other spirits to believe they were considering getting back together to keep those rooms. Trevor is still up to his tricks when it comes to using his ability for his own gain. When he learned that Abby Pincus was his daughter, he wanted to force his friend to tell the truth. This led to him sending a text message to Abby accidentally from Sam's phone, leading to a lot of issues for Sam and Jay until the situation was sorted. He should have listened to Sam and allowed the weekend to play out as it did, and maybe he can learn from this mistake now. On top of that, he tries to help in situations but makes everything worse. When he stepped in to help Bela avoid a mistake ordering food, he learned that Bela had a smart plan. He messed up orders and spent more money than Jay could afford. While he owned up to it and told Sam what he did, he still needs to learn he can't just step in and use his powers. Trevor needs to talk things through with Sam and Jay, via Sam, first. As he learns all this, he'll grow more to the point of being sucked off in ghosts.